All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they work in your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to a special edition of Unscripted today. We wanted to do something special for you guys today because, you know, it's NFL Sunday Football Day, and we want to get our previews and our predictions before these games start and go underway. How you doing this morning, Jay, or afternoon?
Hey, I'm good, man. Hey, listen, I'm ready for some Cowboys to whoop ass on the Redskins or the Washington football team. I am excited, man. I'm ready. There's a lot of good games out there today, and yes, absolutely, it is Football Sunday.
Awesome, let's do it. Well, before we start, we got to do our unscripted intro. Got to do our normal routine, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, it's just something about that music that just pumps me up and gets ready to go underway and talk about some sports.
Hey, man, brother, let's get after it.
All right, well, we're going to start off with the first game of the day. For me, the 1 o'clock game is on CBS, Ravens and the Browns. How you feeling about that one, Jay?
Yeah, it's interesting because both teams have injuries, right? You know, pretty much, what's his name? Baker Mayfield. He's a walking injury right now. Nothing against him, but he is. He's injury prone right now. So, and then, of course, you have no secondary with the Ravens. The Ravens secondary is pretty much depleted. So I really think this game can go either way. I think, though, at the end of the day, I think the Ravens are going to pull it out over, I think Art Modell's going to pull it, and the Ravens are going to pull it out. I just think that they're going to be too much for the Cleveland Browns. And when you got a hobble Baker Mayfield, I mean, they really put your team in a bind. So, yeah, I got Ravens. I'm going to go, man, shoot. I think it's going to be a close game, though. I think it's going to be 28-14 is what I got, Ravens. Hey, Frankie, you there? Well, I guess we're going to wait for Frankie to come back. I think
Sorry. My kids are going insane. But yeah, the Browns and the Ravens, I feel like this is going to be a close one. This is a must-win for the Ravens, honestly. I feel that they need to win in this one after coming off a upset loss against the Steelers last week. They definitely need this win. Like you said, both injuries on both sides of the ball. And let's be real, Baker Mayfield and the Browns, they're in last place, and we didn't expect this after what the Browns did last year, making it to the playoffs and eliminating the Steelers and everything like that. We thought they were at least going to, have a fight with the Ravens for the first spot of the AFC North. So this is a really big matchup, and I can't wait to watch it. Our next game, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans, 1 o'clock game at CBS. The Titans are favored by 8.5 points. Jay, your predictions?
Yeah. God, I can't talk. Say that one more time, Frankie.
The Jacksonville Jaguars are playing the Tennessee Titans today at 1 o'clock on CBS. Yeah. The Titans are favored by 8.5 points.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I definitely got the Titans. As a matter of fact, I picked up their obviously they were kind of depleted in the they were depleted in the backfield. So I want to pick it up, Deontay Foreman, and I'm really hoping he has a good day today against Jacksonville. I think he will. There's a lot of tension right now in Jacksonville, as we talked about the other night on Unscripted. There's a lot of tension between the coach, coach and the players, the coach and his staff. So there's a lot of turmoil right now. And when anytime you get that much turmoil on a team, you're just not going to come out of it right away. And especially when you got a freshman quarterback, a freshman coach, and then you had all the tension, that the coach has caused. It just, and then of course you got a high rolling Tennessee Titans, who are still a good team even without Derrick Henry. They're still a good team. Yeah, it's going to be Titans all day, and I don't think it's going to be pretty. I think it's going to be a nasty little game for the Titans against Jacksonville.
Definitely, I feel like the Tennessee Titans are gonna go, ape shit on the Jacksonville Jaguars, especially with all the hiccups going on between the Jacksonville Jaguars and their head coach and the players. It's just not a good, pretty looking sight right now in Jacksonville. I feel like Tennessee's gonna come out and they're gonna come out with a hard bang. After having so many losses, they do got Julio Jones coming back out of injury, so that's a big plus on their part, and they got some players coming back from injury on their defense. So there's going to be a hard knocking fight for Tennessee today, and I feel like they're going to get the huge win over Jacksonville. Next matchup, we got I almost said it. We got the Las Vegas Raiders going up against the Kansas City Chiefs with a big division rival game up that this is going to be. The Raiders are 6-6, and you got the Chiefs at 8-4. The Chiefs are favored by 9.5 points, and this game is on CBS. Jay, your predictions?
And what game again is this one?
We got the Las Vegas Raiders playing the Chiefs.
Yeah. Oh man, the Raiders is another team that has a lot of controversy going on right now. The Raiders have been through a lot, man. They really have been through, but from their receiver to their, losing their coach. I think there's a lot of issues out there right now with the Raiders, and Kansas City seems to be doing quite well on the impressive run that they're on, and they're really starting to heat back up. So I'm definitely going to go Chiefs in this one, and I think they're going to put a real nice butt whooping on the Raiders, and I don't think it's going to be close. Unfortunately, Logan, I know you're out there listening. I'm sorry, man. Listen, I know the Raiders are your team, and you want this nice, beautiful victory, but you already got the Braves over the Astros, so I don't care about crying for you, Argentina. I got Chiefs in this one. Frankie, what you got? Frankie must be over there dealing with them kids again. No, and I'm pretty sure Frankie's going to go the same way, even though he's not with us right now. I think Frankie's going to go the same way. I think Frankie's going to probably wind up picking the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't think he would go with the Raiders, just simply for the fact of all the issues that they've been through right now. So let's move on to who's our next team. Let's see. Frankie! Why do I feel like that dude from Get Hard?
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. What you got in this Raiders game? I went with the Chiefs just simply for the fact of all the issues that the Raiders are going through right now. Who do you got?
Oh, I'm gonna have to go with the Chiefs and Chief Kingdom. They're playing tough, especially at a good point with a 5-game winning streak. I do want to see the Raiders pull out a victory over them, just because there'll be a better seeding chance on the playoffs for my boys and the Patriots. But it's not gonna happen. The Chiefs are just on fire, and Patrick Mahomes know what he's doing. And this is in Kansas City, and I don't expect the Chiefs to lose, especially like you said, to a Raiders team that hasn't been there. Let's be real, since John Gruden's departure from the Raiders. So you got also Henry Ruggs, who did his crime with the car crashing and everything like that. And then you had another Raiders who got basically suspended for I think it was domestic violence or something. I'm not a Raider fan, so I don't know all the details. But there's just so much going on in Raider Nation. I don't feel like this is going to be a pickup win for them.
And the one bright spot for the Raiders, honestly, is still their quarterback and running back. You know, Josh Jacobs is still doing a good job, and so is obviously Derek Carr. Derek Carr's having for not really having much now to work with since he lost his number one wideout and he lost his coach. Derek Carr is looking very, very impressive to me. Honestly, he's looking very impressive. And I think, if he had a number one wideout and if he had Greenback, I think this would be a different Raiders team. We'd be talking a whole different scenario right now.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, I feel like if the Raiders didn't have so much distraction going on with their their facility and everything, I feel like it would be a different matchup as well.
Right, absolutely.
Next game, we got the New Orleans Saints going up against the New York Jets. That game, the New Orleans Saints are favored by 5.5 points. Jay, I'm gonna just keep this straight with you. I feel like, honestly, the Jets might win this one. I honestly think the Jets might win this one. Alvin Kamara is coming back from injury, so that's a good plus on the Saints side. But they can't run the ball all day. They can't do that. So I honestly feel that the Jets might pull out a win on this one.
Yeah, I have a hard time with that one, Frankie. I mean, listen, I understand that this ain't the same Saints team. I understand they don't have Kamara. I understand they don't have Winston, but they still have a good defense, and I still have a fairly decent. They have Mark Ingram, I believe, is running the ball right now. Probably
No, Mark Ingram's out on the COVID. I got Alvin Kamara coming back, but he's coming back from his ankle deal. You know how that does it.
Yeah, but it's still a man. Hey, look, I still think with the half, you don't have to be fully functioning Kamara. As long as he's at about 50% of himself with Kamara and then Taysom Hill, Trevor Siemian, probably gonna split the quarterback duties. I don't know, man. Look, this is the Jets we're talking about, man. This is a team that only wins, when like the Earth shifts its axis or something. It takes a lot. It takes a force of nature for this team to win. So I still think that doomsday is looming over the Jets, and I'm going to Saints all the way on that one.
The next game, the biggest game I wanted to talk about all week. Your Dallas Cowboy, which I'm surprised I don't see a jersey on you yet. It's 12:17 in the afternoon here in upstate New York, and I don't see no jersey, no Cowboy hat. What is that telling me, Jay? Do you have no faith in your team today to beat the Washington football team?
Oh no, I do. Hey, look, man, this is the dirty clothes. I'm not gonna lie, man. I've been kind of here and there and everywhere lately, so I haven't really had a chance to get a hold of my laundry yet to have my jersey in it. But I'll have it on next weekend. I promise. Next weekend, you'll see me in the Cowboys blue.
Listen, we got the Cowboys going up against Washington. This is going to be a good game. Washington has been on fire. They turned their season around. They do have certain players that have been ruled out today defensively. They have basically no defensive end. So we're going to see how Ron Rivera could change that up and see if he can get to Dak Prescott today. But a lot of controversy going on in this game. You have Mike McCarthy saying and demanding that you guys are going to win this game. He has full confidence that you guys are going to go back to Dallas with a W on this one. And then you got Ron Rivera telling him that, he's basically focused on himself and not focusing on his team. So that already gives you the answer of, his own question. So, and today on Twitter, I showed it to you and the guys in the messenger. Dallas, if you guys are watching and you haven't seen it yet, Dallas had the audacity to ship in their own benches to Washington. Jay, give your thoughts, man.
Hey, listen, you know how we do. It's Cowboys, Jerry Jones. Everything is first class. Everything. And it's all about branding. Everything we do is about branding in Cowboy land. So, and let's be honest. Seattle already told Jerry basically, hey, look, when we played there last at FedEx Field, their seat warmers broke on us. So we had to play part of the game with no heat. You think Jerry Jones gonna let them players go without heat? No. So what does he do? He goes over to Cleveland and gets it with the company out there in Cleveland, has these benches custom built. Because let's be honest, in Dallas, there ain't no need for custom heated seating. You're indoor. That's Dallas. You don't need no heated seating in Dallas. So he went and got these things custom made and then flown to FedEx Field and installed so his boys could play in style.
Man, it was a funny. This whole game is funny to me. I can't wait to watch it. I'm gonna look right now and hopefully see that I get that game on my TV. I know Jay, you don't get that on yours. I do
Yeah,
get the
unfortunately.
Raiders and Chiefs on CBS, and on Fox. I don't have no 1 o'clock game going on here. I only have the 4 o'clock game, so I might have to stream your game on my laptop.
Hey, that's all right. Hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with streaming. Right now, I'm still trying to figure out how to work my TV. I got one of the Fire Stick TVs, and I'm trying, trying to freaking figure this out to do that stream, that link you sent me. So I don't know. I might or might not be watching, depending on how well I can figure out these technical difficulties. But at the end of the day, man, look, whether you watch the game or not, man, look, Cowboys gonna win. You just put that in the bank. You just put it in the bank and consider it a dub. And we're gonna be 8-4 come this afternoon.
9-4. You are 8-4.
Oh, my bad.
Yes.
9-4. You're right. I apologize. 9-4. Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna agree with you. I feel like the Cowboys are gonna come out with a win on this one. If they don't, this is gonna change a whole lot of perspective on the Cowboys and their playoff scenario coming down because that will lead Washington to only 1 game in the division lead against you guys. And if they can pull out a win here, that will give them the head-to-head over you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys face them again in like 3 weeks or so. So you guys will get another chance at them if you lose. But I don't see the Cowboys losing. They are in full effect. They're working out Tony Pollard right now on the field to make sure he's good to go because he is game time decision.
Right.
So we'll get more news on that in a little bit. And also, you got the Cowboys who are full effect on the offense. They got listen to me, Kenny Galladay. That's the Giants. You got Michael Gallup. You got Amari Cooper, C.D. Lamb. You also got Swartz. I love Swartz. He's a
Yeah, he
quiet
is
name
a
that
mustard.
nobody's talking about him. He's a quiet dude, but I love this guy. That's a good tight end. So the Cowboys are full effect on offense. The little hiccup on the running backs, but we're not worried about them. Zeke the freak is a freak. He'll always play no matter how hurt he is, depending. If he's really, really hurt, then. But Tony Pollard, like I said, he's game time decision. We'll let you know more on that. And defensively, you guys got Ryan Gregory back, bro.
Yes, and that's what I was trying to tell you. Or talk about last time we spoke, man. Gregory's back. Our defense is in full effect, man. We got Gregory, we got Lawrence, we got Michael Parsons, we got Trayvon Diggs. Listen, we're ready, man. The team is ready to go and ready to start building up our momentum and get back to what we started with at the beginning of the season, which is getting back into the Super Bowl hype picture. And we'll get there. Frankie, I know you're a New England guy. And you think that, and I do, hey, listen, I love New England. You guys got a great hell of a team over there. And I am predicting, and I do have you in my top 5. But I think Dallas is going to creep in there eventually and displace a lot of that craziness.
It'll be great to get a rematch against you guys in the Super Bowl.
God, it would be. I'm so hoping for that.
Our next game that we're going to talk about is the Atlanta Falcons playing Cam Newton and them Carolina Panthers. Jay, give me your thoughts on that one.
Carolina Panthers. Yeah, Carolina's winning that game today.
You think so?
Yeah. They're playing
The
Jackson.
Falcons.
Oh, Falcons. That's right. Oh yeah, Atlanta. Oh, the Dirty Birds. Yeah, the one with the. Listen, this is Ryan. This is Matt Ryan and the Dirty Bird Falcons, man. Listen, this team they've been hurting for a while now, and I don't think they're going to right that ship. Dang. You know what? Honestly, truthfully, be honest with you, they don't have McCaffrey either. I still think Cam Newton is still quarterbacking for them, correctly? I don't think Darnold's come back in the picture at all, has he?
No, he's out for the year.
Yeah, it's pretty much the Cam show. So, oh God, man, it's like choosing between 2 equally shitty teams, and you got to figure out which one is the shittiest of the 2 shitty teams. I think it's gonna. Honestly, I think the game can go either way. I think it can go Falcons or Carolina. I don't think one team really has the edge over the other. I think it's pretty much neutral based. Just because I just think the Falcons have a way of screwing everything up. I'm going to go Carolina.
I'm gonna go opposite, and I'm gonna go with Atlanta. I feel Atlanta is gonna pull a win on this one, just because the Falcons, yeah, they're a little bit banged up, but they're more of a connection team than the Carolina Panthers are with Cam Newton joining the team late in the season. Um, also with no Christian McCaffrey, like you said, he's out for the year. Sam Darnold, basically, you could say he's out for the year, but we you don't know yet. He can always come
Right.
back. But I feel like the Atlanta is more tough on this one. Matt Ryan have the way to sneak it and pull out a victory on this one. And don't forget Kyle Pitts, man. Kyle Pitts was supposed to be the tight end that everybody was supposed to talk about, but he's quietly doing his thing. He has 49 receptions of the year, 709 yards, and only one touchdown. So you also got to think, man, he's with Atlanta and he has Matt Ryan. So if he was with a different team, put Kyle Pitts with the Patriots and Mac Jones, then that'll whole be a different scenario for Kyle Pitts. He'll be that tight end that we expected him to be. But the reason he's with Atlanta, that's why he's so low and quiet. But when he gets the ball, man, can he beast when he has the ball? Our next game, we're going to talk about Seattle Seahawks and the Houston Texans. Both these ugly teams.
Yeah, this is where for me it gets a little interesting. You got Brian. So check this out. So I got Brian Cooks as one of my wide receivers, and I also got Tyler Lockett as one of my wide receivers, right? So I got Brian Cook and I got Tyler Lockett. And I'm trying to decide who the hell I should play, in the flex spot. And I'm thinking I'm leaning towards Tyler Lockett because I feel like Seattle is going to have a little bit better game against Houston than what Brian Cooks would have against Seattle. And Brian Cooks just came back into play. I think he was out, he was questionable. So we don't know if he's 100% healthy there or not. So I'm going with Tyler Lockett, and I'm taking Seattle just because it's the Houston Texans. And I don't think Mills is going to get a whole lot done out there in Houston. So I still have Russell Wilson, and I think he gets back, at least for this week, he gets back on track and gets the W against them. And I think Tyler Lockett, let's go, baby. Tyler, 200 yards, Tyler.
That'll be amazing because you know what, Jay? I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to pick Seattle to win this game because I have Russell Wilson as my quarterback in this week's fantasy, and I need him to do something. I need him to turn it around. I need this guy to at least get 4 touchdowns, maybe 5. I need him to get over 300 yards, and I need him to have a perfect passer percentage. So I need him to at least do something today, and I feel like this is going to be the game where he turns it around. Guys, before we move on, we're gonna take a quick break and give you guys a little commercial.
What did you say?
I said Kobe Bean Bryant has been overrated ever since he passed away.
Now, I'd say they could lose about 4, but I don't see them losing 5. You know what I mean?
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
Thank you guys at All Sports All Play for that wonderful commercial break. If you guys haven't done so already, go on ASAP on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, all of that. It's All Sports All Play ASAP Sports Network. Thank you guys. Jay, we're gonna move on to that 4 o'clock games. 4:05, we got the finally win team Detroit Lions going up against the Denver Broncos.
Yeah. You say it's a Lions against Broncos, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, that's an easy pick. Listen, the Lions did get the win last week. I'm gonna give them props, man. Lions got the win. If they beat the Broncos this week, that would cause it an actual legitimate win streak. And I don't think the Lions are capable of a legitimate win streak. So I'm going to go with the safe bet here, the more assured bet here. And I'm going to go with the Denver Broncos. The only way I'll go with the Lions is if you give me one hell of a spread. And I just don't see that happening. So I'm definitely going with the Broncos over the Lions. And I think it's going to be an ugly game for the Lions.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like the Denver Broncos are going to pull in a good win over the Lions. I would like to see the Lions win a second one, because even with that one win last week over Minnesota, that still keeps them in a playoff contention. They haven't been eliminated from the playoffs yet. So if somehow, some way, they can still turn their season around and make the playoffs if they could continue to win. So that'll be amazing for Detroit and their fans to watch a win over the Denver Broncos. But I feel like the Denver Broncos are going to pull a good win over to the Detroit Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we got in New York, America's Game of the Week. New York Giants going up against the LA Chargers. And I'm pretty sure Jay's going to go against the Giants, not only because our boy Freddie is a Giants fan, but because, he needs the Giants to lose because it's division, baby.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of things, right? I mean, that's one of them. Okay, that's one. Freddie, yeah, obviously, anytime I get a win over Freddie, I'm definitely excited about that. So that's one thing. And two, like you said, they are our rivals in the division, so I don't want my rivals getting the win. But three, mainly the most important reason is the Rams are going to kick the crap out of the Giants. Let's just be honest. Come on. Let's just be honest. The Giants, they cannot compete with the Rams.
Chargers.
Not offensively, huh?
Chargers. They're playing the Chargers.
My bad. Okay. Okay. My point is still the same. Rams or Chargers, whatever. Yeah, Herbert, Eckler, all those guys on defense. Look, either way, man, even if it was the Rams or the Chargers, it don't matter. No LA team is going to lose to the Giants, regardless. No LA team is going to lose to the Giants. The Giants, they got them both on offense and defense. And it's going to be a slaughterhouse win for the Chargers. Point taken, Freddie. Or Frankie. I'm not Freddie. Frankie. Frankie! He must be over there doing some. Hey, if you guys got anything in the comments, man, hit us up in the comments section. So far, we got what? We got Logan, Leonard Chris saying Mac Jones is a favorite to win AFC Rookie of the Year. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. He's still got to go up against Micah Parsons, but given obviously what Mac Jones has done, yeah, I see that, Lennon. I got you, brother. Frankie!
Yeah, man. Listen, I hate the Giants. I hate the Giants. And not because, I live in New York. I hate the Giants because they took 2 Super Bowls from me. They took an undefeated season from me. It still hurts me to this day. I really don't care what anybody says. That's going to always hurt us at Patriot Nation over here. So it'll always haunt me forever until it actually happens. So for that reason, like my man Mark Cuban says on Shark Tank, I'm out. And I'm going to go with the Chargers on this one, and I think they're going to win it. And it's sad for me to say because I want the Chargers to lose so bad, but because they're going up against the Giants, and I hate the Giants so much that I'm going to have to go with the Chargers. And the Bolts will strike today in LA. The next game, what happened?
No, absolutely. I definitely agree with you.
The next game I really want to talk about and I want to get hyped about is it's a quiet game that nobody's actually bringing up, and I think it's actually gonna be a good game, and I want to watch it. The San Francisco 49ers against the Cincinnati Bengals. That's gonna be a good game. I feel Cincinnati's gonna pull up a victory on this one. Honestly, both these teams are in a must-win right here. You got 49ers that are 6-6, and you got the Bengals that are sitting at a 7-5. So this is going to be a hard knock fought between Jimmy Garoppolo and Joe Burrow. You have Debo Samuel, who's out for the 49ers. So that's going to be a little a minus for the 49ers part. But you got, the Bengals, man. They're quiet, red hot team. They're right one game behind the Baltimore Ravens. So if the Ravens can lose to the Cleveland Browns today, and the Bengals end up somehow winning, they take first place of their division and they get into the divisional round of the playoffs, and the whole playoff picture scenario is going to look different by the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree with you. It's going to be very interesting to see how that all plays out. I'm sorry, man. I lost my volume, but what teams are we comparing again?
The Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, we talked about this last night as well. The Bengals and Burrow going up again. And the Cincinnati's got so many weapons. Wide receiver, right? They got Higgins, they got Chase. It's ridiculous. Who's running who's running the ball right now for Cincinnati?
Joe Mixon.
Mixon, that's right. Mixon's not bad. He's not bad. He's a decent running guy. So, and they have a good defense right now. Their defense is playing pretty well. 49ers are looking kind of rough. They just got spanked by Seattle last week, and they're a little suspect. They're a little suspect on defense. They're a little suspect on offense. I think their big guy was it Debo? Isn't he? Debo Samuel, he's out, isn't he?
They lost Debo Samuel.
Yeah, so I think when Debo Samuel kind of went down, the 49ers kind of lost a lot of credibility there in terms of being able to get the win. So I definitely got Cincinnati winning this game, and I think it's going to be a pretty convincing win, to be honest with you.
The 49ers are favored by 2 points, so that's how close this one is going to be. That's why I said this is going to be a good, quiet game. Nobody's talking about it, but I feel like this is going to be a must-watch game if you guys aren't watching it. This is something you guys should watch because it's going to be a good one. So the matchup predictor, you got San Francisco at a 51.6% compared to Cincinnati, who's at a 48.1%. That's how close this game is going to be. So I feel like Cincinnati's just going to pull out a win and somehow, like I said, if Cleveland could somehow pull a win over Baltimore, Cincinnati, you guys should stand up. You guys should be proud because you guys went from being in last place to now being in first place towards the end of the season, and you already got a win over Baltimore, and I'm pretty sure you play them again. So this is a must-win. Next game, Buffalo Bills and the Buccaneers, Jay. I want the Buccaneers to win.
Buffalo Bills and the Buccaneers. Obviously, you want Buccaneers to win, so that way you can create a little bit of distance between them and your New England Patriots in the playoff hunt for the division. Man, and of course, you did get the win over the Bills initially, so you kind of own that one. So now they're going to go play Tampa, and if you get that one, now you got what, a two-game lead over those guys going into your next matchup. I think down the road you'll play the Bills again, so potentially could be 3 games over them. But if they go into Buffalo and they win at Buffalo and you guys lose, is this your bye week again?
Yeah, we're on a bye week. Our next game is Saturday against the Colts, and then after that we play Buffalo in Foxborough.
And you got that's a very interesting game, New England and the Colts, because the Colts, as you know, are playing pretty well right now. They're actually my surprise team that I think could sneak into the playoffs. So Carson Wentz is doing well. So Jonathan Taylor's just lighting it up. So it's very interesting. It's very possible that if the Bills can go in there and sneak a win away from Tom and the Bucks, and Colts go in there and sneak a win against New England, then now that creates a very interesting playing field when Buffalo and New England meet up again. So a lot is riding on this week for sure. Definitely to set the tone for what goes on next. To put your mind at ease though, Frankie, I don't think the Bills are going to be able to beat Tom and company. I think that's just going to be too much of an order for those guys to handle. I think really all y'all got to do is handle your business next week against Indianapolis, and I think you're going to be sitting pretty good.
If Buffalo could pull a win today over Tom Brady, which is not going to happen. Tom Brady owns Buffalo, no matter where he is. He can be in Tampa Bay, New England, or Buffalo. He owns the Bills. So the Bills will lose. I'm sorry, Bill Mafia, but it's going to happen. You guys are going to lose 2 games in a row. Sorry, not sorry, but it's going to happen. And if they do, and we end up losing to the Colts, I'm not worried because listen, what we did to Buffalo in that Monday night game, it just shows something. It just shows that Buffalo had a fluke season last year because of COVID. Last year was the Buffalo year. They didn't make it and they didn't do it, so that's a tough hiccup. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen again. Last year was your fluke year.
Yeah, absolutely. It was definitely their fluke year. I think Tom goes in there and handles business quite well, and that Tampa Bay Buccaneer momentum just continues to gather up more steam, to be honest.
They're in Tampa, so Tom Brady's not losing at home.
That's even just more assurance for Tampa than at that point.
Tonight's Sunday night game, like Carrie Underwood will always say, waiting all day for Sunday night. You got the Green Bay Packers and Lambeau facing off against the Chicago Bears. Justin Fields is back at leadership under center for the Bears. I don't think that's going to be enough. I think Aaron Rodgers and company are going to pull up a victory over the Bears. It's probably going to be a nasty one because, like he said before in Chicago, he owns this team, honestly. Like Tom Brady owns the Buffalo Bills, Aaron Rodgers owns the he owns the Chicago Bears. So it's going to be an ugly loss for the Chicago Bears, but it's going to be a great victory for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, here's the deal with that. I know Packers are going to beat the Bears. That's already a given. All I need is for David Montgomery to do decently. And then look, Montgomery, you don't got to go out there and show out and get 150 yards or some kind of crazy. Look, man, you go out there and give me about 60 yards rushing, give me about 20 yards receiving and a touch. That's realistic, and I'll take that. That's realistic, and I'll take it, and it'll do well for me fantasy-wise. So is it too much to ask for 60 yards rushing, Nagy? Give him enough attempts. Give him enough attempts. Let him do it. Give him a few targets, and give him a little touch in the red zone, and then I don't care what happens after that. But I need my boy to do it. Frankie, what do you think? Well, we'll wait for Frankie. Frankie's probably doing something else. Frankie always leaving me hanging. If y'all notice, have you noticed in this little podcast that we're doing that whenever I'm done with my spillage, Frankie's over there doing something in the background. Now, what Frankie is doing, I don't know. But have you noticed that he's been leaving me hanging this entire time? So now I got to go impromptu. I done said everything I need to say about David Montgomery and the Bears and the Packers. So now I got to go impromptu, and I'm not good with impromptu. I like to be ready and researched. So what should we talk about next, Freddie? Frankie, since you're not there, I keep saying Freddie. Freddie, I'm bad. My bad, man. I'm talking about Frankie. I think I'm saying Freddie, but I'm actually meaning Frankie. So we'll go on to another game since Frankie wants to be incognito at the moment. Let me give me 1 second. Let me pull up my games here. I was relying on them to tell me the games that we're talking about. But all right, here we go. So we just finished talking about the Packers and the Bears. Let's see here. That was actually the Patriots. No, we already talked about the Patriots and the Bills. I'm in the wrong week, fellas. Let me get in the right week. 14, week 14. Where's week 14? There we go. Week 14. Okay. So we got Packers and the Bears. We just talked about. I'm still not in the right week. I'm in. What the hell? What week am I in? There we go. Packers and Bears. We already had this. So I guess the last game we're going to talk about until he comes back is the Cardinals and the. I just had that up. And then it's Cardinals and who's Cardinals and Rams. What do we do? Yeah. So we got the Cardinals and the Rams. That's our last game we're going to talk about before we get up on out of here and get you guys to your games. Cardinals and Rams. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals, man. Hey, listen, he's doing good. The Cardinals are gaining their momentum back. They're looking like the Cardinals of old. They got DeAndre Hopkins back. He's catching. He's looking good. Rams kind of in debate mode right now, as whether or not they're actually going to make it far in the playoffs because of their past history in games. They still got Cooper Kupp. They lost Woods. So they're going to have, I think Van Jefferson is going to have a big game today. I think Van Jefferson, number 12, is going to put. I'm gonna call right now in this slot. I got Van Jefferson at seven targets, 7 catches. All right, I think he gets 10 targets, 7 out of 10, and I got him putting up a cool 80 to 90 and a touch. That's what I got for Van Jefferson. Now Cooper Kupp is whole other animal. I think if they come out and play the typical LA Rams style offense and everything's clicking, I think Cooper gets close to 100 and a touch. And then you got Odell Beckham. So what is he going to do? Is he going to be a big part of the game plan? Odell's kind of your north and south speedster guy. So I don't think he's going to do as well. I think he gets maybe 40 or 50 yards. And I don't know if Henderson's playing or not. I didn't look at the injury report to see if Henderson's in there or not. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Look, they got Arnold and they got Von Miller coming off the defense, and they're going to have to contain. Von Miller's going to have to work hard to contain Kyler Murray in the pocket and not let him get outside and go off for big runs. So I think the one bright side, the one huge, really truly bright side for the Rams against the Cardinals is that defense. And if that defense could put pressure on Kyler Murray, then I think it's going to be a whole different situation. And I think that the Rams could maybe sneak a win out of Arizona. But Arizona is just such a talented team that's going to be a very difficult task. And I still, man, deep in my mind, deep in my heart, I got Arizona pulling out this win. And I think Arizona gets the victory. So, Frankie, there you are, man. I don't know where you went. I keep telling everybody, I said, man, Frankie leaves me in the dark. He goes, the whole black screen goes, I don't know what he's doing behind that curtain.
Man, I'm sorry. Man, my kids are going insane right now. Sorry.
That's all right. That's part of being a parent.
I did hear you about Arizona. I do agree. I think Arizona is going to pull out a victory tomorrow night. They're just a tougher team. I would like to see the Rams pull it out because I got Cooper Kupp on my fantasy. I still think he's going to do great, but I just feel that Arizona is just a tougher team defensively and offensively with Kyler Murray coming back and DeAndre Hopkins. So it's going to be a great game tomorrow night on Monday night, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait for these games to get underway.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's like I said, man, this is a good week for football. It's a good week for fantasy, and there's a lot of storylines out there. Like I said, with the Rams and the Rams and Cardinals are a good one. Cincinnati's a good one. And then, of course, Buffalo and Patriots are a good – Buffalo and Tampa's a good one. But the best one is the Cowboys continuing to build that momentum against the Washington football team. That's really what we care about. Everybody cares about the Cowboys. Patriots, it's a side story at best. But everybody cares about the Cowboys. That's really what America cares about. And I'm here to be that advocate for the United States and for Dallas. I'm the advocate, and I'm here for you guys.
Well, it's going to be a great game. We're done for today. We did our predictions, and we felt like who we're going to win and everything like that. We want to thank you guys for stopping by and catching our little stream about our Sunday Week 14 prediction. Jay, it was great seeing you.
Hey, it's good seeing you as well, man. I'm glad we got in here and did this little impromptu, man, so we can get our little picks out there before the week starts so we can look either brilliant or not brilliant. I think we're going to look brilliant, though.
That's right. Everybody have a good Sunday, and I hope you guys enjoy your football teams. See you later.
Whole sports, all plays. Yeah. Whole sports, all plays. Whole sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.